from TikTok. What's happening?
Now we're live.
Yes, we're live. Hi, how is everybody doing? What's up, Spencer?
What's up, Brian? What's going on?
I am just chilling out here. I just got to a remote cabin in the woods in the LA area because I kind of got kicked out of my house, but that's a whole different story. But this Pridefall shit is going on now that it's June 1st. So,
Yep.
yeah.
And
Go ahead.
no, I haven't received any really crazy DMs yet, so knock on wood.
That's good. Have you heard of people getting doxxed or anything? Because when I go live on TikTok, I'm seeing comments of people saying I've been doxxed or I have been threatening of being doxxed. So yeah, I've just seen weird things like that are happening.
So what I did was I turned off all my comments on Instagram and I made my account harder to receive. I've had some weird accounts go through and like every single one of my photos, but that doesn't mean anything. And then I've been going through Instagram and finding Pridefall accounts and blocking as many as I could. And they have some really gross stuff that they put on their page and it's just weird shit. So I just been blocking as many as I could.
Yeah, that's probably smart. That's probably the best way to do it. I know I was banned from posting on TikTok, but I would see my notifications and I would get comments from weird accounts with they do the rainbow flag with like the X through it and the circle and that. So if you see any of that, just go make sure to block those accounts or report them. This person, Caroline, says, I got a phone call from an unknown number today and they called me a dirty sinner. I don't know if it was a sick prank or not, but it was super weird. That's interesting.
Really crazy.
Yeah, I would probably block that number. Just you don't want to get another call from them. But the fact that they have your phone number is kind of scary. Gabby says, did I miss anything? No, we just started, so welcome. Welcome.
I'm in a notification as we speak.
Yeah. Spencer's trying to promo it on Instagram, so we're not officially off yet. Yeah. So if for anyone that knows, there's an Alphabet Mafia Discord, and one of my admins said that there was like a sleeper agent, if you want to call it that, in the Discord, and so they came in and they pretended to be part of the community for a few days, and then all of a sudden they started DMing weird shit to certain people. So I think that this Prideful thing is happening, but to the degree that it's happening, I'm not sure yet. I don't know.
What I heard was that's like a smaller amount of accounts, and then they're gonna make it seem like it's a larger scale thing than it is. And I hope that's the case, because I think that a lot of what we are crying off of is like this fear factor of like really hyping it up and making it seem like it's this huge thing, when in reality we're not entirely sure how big it is or how wide the network is really. So it's kind of up in the air.
Totally. I feel like if they can kind of come off bigger than they are, come off scarier as they are, if they are like a big talk but no bite, then it'll make us scared, or that's what they want. They want us to be scared, and they want us to private our accounts. They want us to retreat and not have this pride. So that's kind of their goal. So I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of them are just pretending to be big and scary and bark a big bark, but you got to be careful.
All right. Yeah, we got a couple of comments I want to react to.
Yeah.
First one I want to kind of pick up off of the Wolf YXSES. They said that they got a DM from someone and they said that, what are you afraid of? And I'm scared. Their account had some scary shit. My best advice would be to block. Just block the account, block the accounts that they follow. Just block it, go private. That is the easiest thing you can do. They're trying to scare you. They're trying to suppress you. They want to see you scared, and if you give into that, then you're letting them win. So my advice would be to rise up, ignore them, and by ignoring them, just flat out block them and pretend like they're not even part of your life. That's my advice with that.
Yeah. So for the same type of thing. So you got a DM and you're afraid of it. So I would just not engage with it. I would block it immediately. Don't look through their account. Don't respond to the DM. Just block it and report it. Probably report it as well, the account, and then just move on. That would probably be my best advice. I mean, yeah, and like you said, Spencer, look at who they're following too, and block those accounts if they seem suspicious.
They follow the same accounts. It's like a whole chain of like bot fake accounts, or if they're real, I'm pretty sure the same person's making like 10 different accounts, and they're just following it to make it seem like it's some bigger thing. Mm-hmm. So definitely just block them, block the accounts they follow. Don't look at any of their posts because they're disguised as something else. For example, when I was going through all of the accounts, a lot of them had this similar feel of like they were like fan accounts for like bands and stuff. And then you click the video and it's some normal video, and then all of a sudden it's some super graphic content just blaring in your face. So it's disguised that way. So just block the account, ignore it, don't answer any DMs, just stay safe. I would just stay safe by just being very careful.
Yeah, totally. So this person says, I've seen a Pridefall Instagram account. You might want to look at it. Insanity Security 1488.
Just block the account.
I pulled it up and I'm not seeing. Okay, I kind of wanted to pull it up just for an example to talk about.
Yeah.
But I think someone actually, I think one of us hacked this account because it said that the most recent post, or one of the posts says, "Get hacked, you homophobic bitch," and it's just a blank screen. And then another post has "We are the same," and it's like all the colored fists.
Okay, so whoever hacked them?
Yeah, whoever hacked them, whoever did that, we applaud you.
We applaud you. We applaud you in this house. We have to. We have to stand.
Have to stand. Okay. What else is going on? I think they're mainly just go on Insta, not TikTok. Yeah. So a lot of them, I think, are on Instagram. There was a released like sheet of people of targeted accounts who were doxxed. I know Alluring Skull. I'm not sure if people are familiar with him, but he's one of my favorite creators on TikTok. He was, or they actually go by they. They were on the list of getting doxxed. So it can be on every platform, but I think Instagram is most prominent because most of the users were listed from Instagram.
See, I got like a couple people reaching out that have like undercover accounts, and they all do the same thing. Apparently, my account's on this long list of names of accounts that they're planning on attacking, and I've made a video about it. And I will say this on this live stream, and I will say it on Instagram, and I will say it on Snapchat. They can come say whatever the fuck they want to me, but like frankly, I don't care. It doesn't make a difference in my life.
Yeah.
What are they gonna say? They're gonna call me the F slur? Mm-hmm. Like, haven't heard that one before. Like, how original. Like, so,
right.
And I'd rather have them come at me than come at someone else. So, like this, I think that I hate saying this, but like when we sign up to put ourselves on social media, we're signing up for people to come attack us for any little thing. Mm. That's very wrong. And I think social media is super toxic when people try to attack you for being who you are. But I'd rather have someone come at me for something like that than come at someone else who may not have the platform that they have to defend themselves.
Right. I agree. Or even just an insecurity. Like being gay is not an insecurity for me anymore, but for a lot of people who are just coming out or figuring it out, it can be an insecurity. And so when someone comes at me and tries to bully me, I mean, I'm a 24-year-old man. You can't bully me with words, but for the younger people out there, I get where you're coming from. I get that it can be scary, even just being bullied, but just kind of know that, these are words and that you're totally loved and valid no matter what. And that if someone wants to call you a faggot, then that's their problem for being a hateful person. You know? Yeah.
I think about it this way. People are going to hate on you no matter what. Like they're just going to hate on you no matter what. And I think you can vouch if you've grown up this way, people hate on you for small things, your sexuality. But the minute you overcome that hate and the minute you rise above that hate, like those people, they just from the outside, they seem like they want to attack you and they get pleasure out of it. But in most cases, if not all cases, the people that are attacking you are actually the most insecure themselves. Mm-hmm. They're putting against you as a reflection of how they feel internally. So in a sense, I almost feel bad that these people are so hurt on the inside they have to come attack us, people who are living our lives authentically and who are happy.
Yeah.
Just very it's a waste of it's a waste of breath that's not needed. The world is such a hateful place, and it's a very toxic time right now, and we have to uplift and spread love. So I just feel like it's just wasted space and it's wasted energy.
Totally agree. Know that if someone is trolling you, then they're probably very unhappy with their life. Just know that that you know how. Yeah, you don't have to feel bad for them, but just be like, this. They don't matter. This doesn't mean anything to me because they probably don't have much going for them at all. Because nobody who is actually achieving things spends their time hating on people that have nothing to do with them. You know.
Definitely.
So someone said, I got a comment with a bunch of homophobic stuff. Yeah. So again, just try to ignore it, block it, delete it.
Block. I'm going to say this to all of you that are watching this right now. And I used to have live streams on TikTok, but unfortunately I got my live streams banned for dangerous behavior when I was eating pizza. So I wish I could have that back to talk to you on TikTok, but until then I'll be on here with Ryan. But pretty much it's important for you to always know that you're loved, you're cared for, and our community's here for each other. Like the beauty of being part of the LGBTQ+, especially for me, because I'm new to the entire community, I came out in October of 2019, is that we're all here for each other and we're all about self-love and advocacy and being confident and bold with who you are. So if anyone ever comes at you, know that you have an entire team of people rallying behind you. The support system is legitimately endless. And my DMs are open, Ryan's are open. Always come to us for advice if you want to talk, have anything that's bothering you, because we're here for you. And if someone's bothering you, I will throw hands.
Yeah, exactly. We will. And hey, everyone that's like been around a while, you know the power of our community. I mean, we've done some great things. We took down a literal Moroccan influencer that had a blue check mark from Instagram. Her account got deleted because of us and our work together. So that's how strong we are.
I remember that. That was bullshit.
Yeah.
Beef and bull.
I want to shout out this person real quick. They said, I just found out I was bisexual 3 nights ago. I find your videos very comforting. Well, BT Cryptic, congratulations. I'm happy for you that you have found an identity you're comfortable in. So that's awesome.
I think it's beautiful that you're discovering yourself, and the first step to coming out or to ever like really kind of going forth in life is to come to acceptance and love with yourself. So congratulations, you got to that point of acceptance within yourself. We love you. We're very proud of you, and we look forward to seeing content from you in the future.
Yeah. Welcome to the community.
Welcome to LGBTQ TikTok or YouTube or Instagram.
Yeah.
It's a massive web of like just content, and it's
I want to nominate this comment. Gay people are awesome. Hell yeah, they are.
Be true.
I think we're the next step in human evolution because there's overpopulation.
I always tell people that we're going to run the world one day. I'm like,
you're right.
I'm like, the gays are the kids in class that always got, what's the word? Have pleasure to have in class. That's who we.
Yeah.
I was the pleasure to have in class. The gays will run the world one day. Take my word for it. Take my word for it.
Or like the odd but smart kid, you know, the quiet smart kid.
Yeah.
So what else is going on? Hey, is it okay if I detransition? Absolutely. Yeah. That is your decision, and if you think that you're more comfortable as detransitioning, then that's up to you. It's totally okay to be yourself. It's totally okay to figure yourself out, and sometimes we make mistakes, or we just go through ups and downs and don't really know what we are, and that's okay.
I think that it's beautiful that sexuality and gender can be so fluid in the modern age, and you can express yourself and be whoever you want to be. So don't force a label on yourself. Just live your life and do you. Like, just be yourself. And yeah, that's what I would say.
Absolutely, of course. I'm kind of scared, but my mom took my phone, so I don't get phone. Well, if you don't have a phone, then they can't harass you. So
yeah, you're giving yourself an extra step there. If you have no phone, then you're not.
Yeah, you're not going to get harassed. So that could be a positive. Just look on the bright side of that. You two are so adorable and amazing. Thank you.
Love you.
Black people lives matter. Yes, they do.
Yeah, I don't know if we want to get into that topic tonight, but like, it's a very divisive time we're living in, but it's important as being part of the LGBTQ plus that we stand hand in hand as allies with the Black Lives Matter movement. It's really important that we speak up for what's right here and we actively share and encourage people to sign petitions and to raise money and to donate. And it's important that we really unite and really are there for our companions and people of color, because we need to change just everything about the system that we're living in.
Yeah, and so I want to touch on that too. Pride basically was a riot, and Pride itself was largely propped up by people of color, by trans people of color, and our Black brothers and sisters, our American brothers and sisters, are suffering under the current system, and it's an unfair system, and it's something that any minority group can semi-relate to, and being an LGBT member and being someone who has had to suffer from inequalities, we should be propping them up 110%. There should be no excuse to not be at least understanding and looking into what they are fighting for, what this whole Black Lives Matter movement is about, and we need to be there for them as they were for us during Pride, the early days of Pride.
Yeah. I think that we just, not even just that, but in generally speaking, we all have a voice for a reason. Use your voice for good. Speak the fuck up, because we have to speak up for what's right. And we can't sit here and post our usual content. Like I can't go on TikTok and post the stuff I usually post, because that would be me blindsiding the fact that there are some really serious things happening that I should touch upon. So it's important to share, to raise awareness, to donate. Anything you can do, use your voice, because being silent means you're complicit. And if you're complicit, that means that you're giving in and letting the oppressor win.
Yes, absolutely. I feel like I was ashamed for accepting myself as lesbian. So you're feeling ashamed? That's called internalized homophobia. It's very common amongst anyone who's gay or LGBT. And so I just want you to know that is an okay feeling to have, but it's one that you can get over by one, acknowledging. So I'm glad that you're doing that. And then just working on yourself towards understanding why you feel that way, and that it's ultimately training yourself that there's nothing wrong with you. It's been, you probably feel this way or feel ashamed because you've been conditioned through education or parents or whatever that being lesbian isn't okay. And you have to rework that thinking by learning yourself that it is okay to be a lesbian and really enjoying yourself for who you are.
Yeah, I think, from personal experience, I can say that when I first came to terms with it, I was so ashamed of myself, and I was like, damn, like, what is wrong with me? Like, why am I feeling this way? Why am I gay? I couldn't even say the word out loud. I was that ashamed of it.
Same.
But it starts with acknowledging it, and they need to work at breaking away that wall that you've built up over the years, that wall of all the things people used to say to you, like those backstabbing compliments and the stuff your parents would say to you about, like, this is the norm, follow it. You have to break that mindset, and that takes a really long time, but once you do, you're going to be in a way better place. And if it's any consolation, I came to terms with my sexuality in August of 2019, but I didn't come out until October, and it took me a long time to even get the courage to come out. And it's what month is it? It's June now, so it's like been 7 months, not even almost 7 months since I've come out. And like the transition of where I was to where I am now is like a full 180. Like I'm an entirely different person. So in time, the entire wall will break away. Like, so give it time, give it strength, give it energy, but don't be ashamed for being who you are, because this is your life to live.
Absolutely. And I want to add to that a little personal experience about it taking time. So even after 6 months after I had come out myself and was out and proud and could say the words that I was gay and introduce people, and let them know that I was gay, I experienced some of my own internalized homophobia. It's a little personal, but I wouldn't wouldn't do a bottom position because I thought that was too gay. I thought only feminine gays did that. I thought that would make me too gay, and then I wasn't too gay. I was just gay, and that I realized was internalized homophobia. And after exploring that and giving that toxic idea up that only a feminine gay could bottom, or that it was too gay to do that, I've explored and found things that I think are great, and have made me a happier person, and I've lived a happier life just being able to be free of that mindset. So it's just about acknowledging it and giving it time, and just not judging yourself for being who you are.
See, oh God, that brings me back. I used to be so like sheltered and like so internalized against myself that I would refuse to even like give someone who was feminine the time of day. Like when I came out, like I was like, I date someone who's feminine, and I was very much against femininity when I first came out. But now it's like, you have to break away that barrier. It's okay. Let me wear makeup. Let me wear a crop top. Like, why am I stopping myself from doing all these things that I want to do because of internalized homophobia? You have to break away the stigma. And it takes time, like you said, but once you do it, you're such a happier person.
Yeah, when you put it that way, it's like literally ask yourself, why are you restricting yourself from doing something that makes you happy? And if you ask yourself that, why am I holding myself back? You can start to rework your mindset and realize, hey, I should do what makes me happy.
Yeah. Ryan, how many people are on this right now? Because I can't see the number.
36. It keeps bouncing between 40s and 35.
Sounds good.
I'm sad my mom won't let me be trans, and your videos make me smile and forget about what my mom says. So thank you so much. Well, thank you for being here, and I'm very sorry to hear that about your mom. I just want you to know that one day it does get better. One day either she will change before you grow up, or one day you'll be 18 and be able to leave and be able to pursue your own life and live your life how you want to, and in a way that makes you happy. So,
see, yeah, look, here's how I look at it. I think that this is your life to live, no one else's. So when you grow up and you're older in life and you're old and you're like, I don't know, here's the example I use. If you're old, like, and if you live your entire life and you don't ever get to be that person you wanted to be, you're going to look back at your life and say to yourself, why the fuck did I not live the life I wanted to live? Like, what was stopping me from being myself? And that's when it hit me. And I think that it really kind of like explains this entire situation, is that this is your life to live. Live it for you. And I also tell people that sometimes your family may not be your family. Like you choose your family in the sense that your friends can become your family. Other people can become your family. There's people in my life that I don't talk to like I used to because they have not been there for me. And you find new family members with those friends that are really always there for you. So you'll find your family, you'll find your people, and we're your people, one, because the LGBTQ is very strong. But most importantly, live your life for you, and you're perfect just the way you are.
Yes, exactly. There's so many people out there that are just like you, that will support you, or that are allies. There's so much opportunity to go to a place that's more accepting, and there's a lot of accepting people in the world. And one day you will get to that. One day you'll wake up with the love of your life, if that's what you pursue, and everything will be good. None of that homophobic stuff or transphobic stuff that was said at school or by your mom will matter, because you'll be living your authentic self and you'll be happy.
I want to answer this comment.
Can you put them on the screen as well, or does it have to be me?
I think it has to be you, my friend.
Okay.
I don't know how to do that. Okay, so
which one is it?
It's the purple icon, Ash Chan 1012. She said, I was going to come out to my mom today since it was the first day of Pride Month, but I chickened out. Funny story. I was going to tell my mom when I want to see, like, it's such like one of those things that you have to do when you're ready. And I wanted to answer this comment because this brought me back to when I was trying to come out to my mom. I was sitting at a diner with her and I was just like shitting myself. I was so nervous. I was like there and I was shaking and I couldn't do it. But then one day I just walked into her closet and I was like, Mom, I don't like girls. And she was like, no shit, Sherlock. She's like, she was like, I know. And she was like, yeah. So don't pressure yourself with like an exact day or a time. It'll kind of happen. Like, it's very natural. Like, you'll know when and where to do it. And it's nerve wracking, but you're just going to come out and say it. Like, you're going to blurt it out. And don't ever I'm sure your mom's going to love you no matter what. But just don't pressure yourself. I hope that helps.
Yeah, I would touch on that too. When I came out, it was over the phone with my dad, and okay. So I made my parents go and see Love, Simon, that movie. It's awesome. And so I made them go see that. After they finally went and saw it, my dad calls and was like, "Hey, why did you ask me to see that movie?" 3 times I said, "Oh, no reason. I just thought you would like it, and it's progressive." And 3 times I said that, and then on the final time, when he was about to hang up, he's like, "All right, Ryan, see you later." I was like, "Dad, actually, do you know why I really wanted you to see that movie? Well, I'm gay." So don't put pressure on yourself to do it, and it's okay to be a little bit scared. I denied it 3 times in the same conversation. So, yep.
Progressive movie. I love that. I've not heard that one. It's a progressive movie. I love it.
It is.
All right. The next, so everyone's talking about this one comment. Can you touch upon what Reagan said? 10:13 p.m. She said, "I need some advice with coming out. 12 progressive parents don't know if they'll react well to a bi 12-year-old." First off, think about it this way. Come out when you're ready. Like, you don't pressure yourself to a date or a time or a month. Just let it be fluid. And I always tell people this as well, even when you're younger, because I think that we all know who we are when we're younger with our sexuality, but sexuality is so fluid. So I would say to anyone who's like going to come out or is working to come out, don't force a label on yourself unless you really are confident in that label, because sexuality is super fluid. Just be yourself, and you can if you think they're going to react to it, tell them. But I would only tell them if you think you're in a safe environment to tell them, and you are not at risk to get kicked out of your house or something along the lines of where you're putting yourself at risk. The word progressive makes me think that I think you'd be okay.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think especially if they're progressive parents that they would be fine with it, and don't feel like you have to rush to fit a label. You're more interesting as someone without a label. That just opens up more conversations. So don't rush into a label. When I was 12 years old, I mean, I could still look at a swimsuit magazine and think I was attracted to them. So like, I wouldn't rush into it. Things can change. Things are fluid, as Spencer said. So yeah.
I could never do that. I was I was that one kid who would like, I can't with myself.
I was so deprived of everything though. So any form of skin was like hot for me.
Yeah, I know that. I was that one kid who was just like super gay, and everyone's like, "He's gay," and then I was like, "I'm not gay." There was like, "Yeah, he's not gay," and everyone's like, "Shut up, we know he's gay." And then when I came out as gay, everyone was like, no shit. That's why I find that funny. Okay, is it bad that I really? Do you see this comment I'm looking at?
What time?
Adela, is that how I say your name? Adela Addy. Is it bad that I really hope that I don't find romantic attraction to men? I've never had a crush before, but I really hope that my mind says girls one day and not boys. Don't pressure yourself. I would say you don't have to. It's like so fluid. Like sexuality is like on a spectrum of like fluidity. Like I think it can always be changing, and I don't think. Yeah, Ryan, want to pick up off what I was saying?
Yeah. So you've never had a crush on a girl before, but you really hope that your mind says girls one day and not boys. It's so fluid, and do you have like a preconceived notion of men just from like social media? I know it's a joke to like hate on men and be like, "Oh, they're so toxic, men are trash."
We are the worst.
I mean, admittedly, like, yes, dealing with men is not the funnest, but what's worse than having to deal with men is having to lie to yourself or fake yourself. So, yeah, I would just don't try to brush into a label.
Yeah, that's my advice.
You're going to be much happier being authentic to yourself and finding whoever you do find attractive and pursuing that than you would be to like try to avoid men for the sake of avoiding men, if that makes sense.
Okay, Sophie Jones has a good point, and I will want to touch upon this topic, or not this topic, but this comment.
This one?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's important, and I've talked about this with Ryan, and on the last live stream we did, me, Ryan, and Caleb were talking about this, where you have to make sure you're in a safe environment. And I stress safe environment because you don't want to put yourself in a position where you could be open to verbal abuse or any sort of abuse of any kind just because of your sexuality. So make sure you kind of test the waters, figure out what their stance is first. If they are progressive or more left leaning, then I would assume just that like they're more accepting. But if your family is very like religious or conservative, then I would assume maybe otherwise. But you never know. But you kind of test the waters, take what you know about their religious stance and where they stand in politics and apply that to kind of figuring out that question. And once you know that, that can help you like make a decision of when you should come out and where, and whether you wait to be old enough to come out to them where you're financially independent or you're in college or you're not in the house, but make sure you're in a safe space. 100%.
Yeah, and just be observant. So just listen to what they say about things. If they see a pride parade, well, there's no pride parades this year, but for example, if they saw a pride parade or they drove by one or they saw it on the news, what kind of comments do they make? Do they turn it off? Do they go, "That's gross"? Do they go, "These faggots want everything," or do they not care? Because if they're indifferent, then you're probably safe, or at least somewhat. But yeah, I was hanging out with my very straight cousins all weekend. I heard male celeb is so cute, and I like the bad boys. I've never felt gayer. What celeb are we talking about?
What celeb? Yeah, no. When I was God, I was so gay. I couldn't even talk with like. I've never really had like masculine straight guy friends because like I just couldn't vibe with them because it's just like they'd be talking about all this stuff and I'd be sitting there and I'd be like,
"Yo, did you catch the game last night?"
Yeah, I'm like, "What game?" They're like, they'd be like, "What sports do you play?" I'm like, I don't play sports. I was the fat kid growing up. People don't know that, but
you did what? Fashion?
I was the fat kid. I was the fattest. I was like the kid that was like the fat kid. So I was like grossly bullied for being overweight. Even though I wasn't that large, I was just chubby and cute. And I'd have to like my teachers would be like, "Spencer, you're not fat, you're husky," and they'd have the whole argument about being. I'd have to have a teacher calm me down and say I'm husky and like fat. So I'm a kid.
Did you have like panic attacks in class or like?
Oh God, yeah. Yes and no. I think funny story. When I was 12, I talked about it. Did I talk about this? No, I didn't. I think I did a video about it, or maybe I didn't. I don't know. But like when I was 12, I was trying to impress these girlfriends of mine, friends, and I got inside a fucking locker and I got stuck in there, and I started crying. So I a lot of regrets from my childhood. And then when I was in 11, I was like so chubby that like I was sitting on the clipboard in class on the carpet and it snapped in half, and the teacher freaked out because he was like an ex-Marine and he had a really scary temperament. And, he like ripped into me and I started crying because I broke the clipboard because I sat in it. Oh
my God.
I have so many stories.
Well, look, this person says Tom Holland and Cole Sprouse. That's a very good compliment for you.
Wait, celebrities? Wait, that's who they were talking about?
Oh, I thought they were calling you a mix of Tom Holland and Cole Sprouse.
Want to know who I get? I get Spencer from Good Luck Charlie, which is ironic because my name is Spencer. You don't know what that show is, I don't think, but like it's a Disney Channel show from like my era growing up.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
The other one I get a lot is I get Love Simon. And you said,
and I made a video with that.
Jean jacket on with the pins. Everyone's like, "You're the kid from Love Simon," and I'm like,
literally.
I don't have any guy kids Ferris wheels, so
you should make a TikTok with that. Like, try to impersonate it, or I don't know.
I have my backup, but like I deleted my spam account, and now I just have my main account and then my backup main account, which is like Gay Awakening. So I have Gay and then Gay Awakening. It's kind of the same thing. I just posted it because I thought I was shadow banned for a quick minute.
Yeah.
So I'm posting on there, but I'm pretty sure I'm unshadow banned now, so I'm posting back on my main again. But I don't know what to post, and like I don't really know what I want to post because I feel like I'm being ignorant if I post regular gay content without addressing what's happening in the world. So I'm kind of weird crossroads.
Every post doesn't have to be addressing what's going on in the world, I feel like you can make posts that you want to make and then also make posts where you address it.
Yeah, it's just so wonky. You never know what's going to do well. Like something can do like 1,000 views or something can do 10,000 views. Like you have no clue how the algorithm's going to want you that day.
Yeah, literally. I've been noticing that views are coming in later. Like I'll post, like say I post 3 posts at like 6 p.m. They'll be like in the low thousands, like when I go to bed at like midnight that night. But then overnight when I wake up, they're like in the Ks, and I'm like, what?
My favorite thing is when the K goes on, like, because it's like it's like such a relief. I don't like seeing the exact number. That's my thing on Instagram too. Is I hate seeing the people that follow me, then unfollow me, then follow me, then unfollow me. Like it's so irritating. I just want to have a fat K so I don't have to ever have to look at it again.
Yeah.
That's how I do it. There's a sequel. Hey, okay, yeah. There's it's Love Victor or something like that. I saw the ad for it. The guy with the coffee and it's like super sexual, and then he was doing the coffee. It's on Hulu. I have to watch.
Let's talk about this because it's an issue. So people are upset at Love Victor because actual gay people or queer characters aren't being played by. They're being played by a straight person. What are your thoughts on straight actors playing queer characters?
Well, it's the same thing as Call Me by Your Name. Timothy Chalamet is straight. Yeah. So is Hammer. Like, what's the difference? I think that it'd be obviously preferred if the people that were playing LGBTQ plus roles were LGBTQ plus people. Yeah. An example of a producer who does that really well is Ryan Murphy with American Crime Story, Pose, and American Horror Story. A lot of the actors and actresses who are LGBTQ plus. So obviously that's preferred, but I feel like an actor is an actor and they're going to do the job that they can get. And Timothy Chalamet is straight, but he did Call Me by Your Name. So isn't it the same thing? Like, what is the back?
My thoughts on it are to sum it up, it's a complicated issue, but I think that they should place that whoever is best in that role. Like they shouldn't. So if they did auditions and the person they were looking for happened to be straight and he played it the best, then as a casting agent you should cast that person. That's just my thoughts on it. Also, I do want to touch on Ryan Murphy. Have you seen Hollywood?
I loved it. Obsessed.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking of. Hollywood was amazing.
Beautiful series.
I was going to recommend it to my teacher, and I was like, "Wait, that's like super inappropriate. I cannot."
It's really sexual. Like the first episode, I was like, "What is this?" But I loved it.
It is a very sexual show, but it's good. I recommend it. So many good shows on Netflix right now. If you want something more serious, but like if you're into documentaries or limited series, I would recommend the documentary about Jeffrey Epstein. It's called Rich. I watched the entire thing within 2 days. It's actually very relevant considering the current political climate. So check that out. Any other good shows, Ryan? That you think?
The last show I watched was Hollywood. I also watched Ozark. It's a pretty intense show. Basically, it has Jason Bateman in it, and I love Jason Bateman. So, but basically, he's a money launderer for the cartel, and it's kind of like Breaking Bad, but with Jason Bateman. And he's money laundering, not actually selling drugs. But it's an interesting show. It's very intense, very violent. The Epstein thing, that's interesting. Did you see what Anonymous said?
I don't doubt it. After watching this documentary, I was like, that's why I bring it up. I'm like, fuck shit. I don't know why there's a lack of news coverage on it though. Like I'm waiting for the New York Times to talk about it, for CNN to talk about it. Once one of those major channels starts talking about those files, then I'm going to be like, that's legit. But until then, everyone's kind of just staying quiet about it, and that irritates the shit out of me.
Dude, they probably can't. There's probably so many people that would get hit or locked up or whatever if they started like talking about it.
I'm waiting for someone to crack from one of these major and be like, T. That and we love Anonymous. We stand Anonymous. If you're watching this, they probably are. We love you. We stand you. We stand Anonymous because they
stand Anonymous.
Fuck out of people that do wrong shit.
This person's wondering how long we've been on for. It says 38 minutes.
We did another one of these that was about an hour. Last 2 weeks ago or last week?
I think it was last Sunday, I think. So yeah.
That was a good one too.
Yeah, that was a good one. So, have you seen what's this show? Control Z?
Oh, I know, but I saw the trailer for this. It's the one that's like in Spanish. That's about that school, and then like the hacker exposed everyone. Like one girl is exposed for being transgender, and then other people exposed for being at like gay hookups and stuff. It's like a very like sci-fi, but like mystery show thriller. The only issue with the show from the trailer is they all look like they're 35 playing 18-year-olds.
I hate that.
I can't. It's like imagine like I'm watching it. I'm like, these people are old. They do not look like high schoolers. They have to stop.
Oh, this is a great question. I'm struggling to help my sister understand why we have Pride, really involving anything understanding LGBT people. Can you guys give me advice on what to tell her? Yeah, so first, just education is the most important thing. And you just really got to start with her understanding that LGBT people haven't had very many rights. They haven't had the freedom or opportunity to live the quality of life that straight people got to live, especially white cis straight people. And there's many different ways of looking at that. You can talk about how there used to be laws that would, ban gay people from not living together, or there was, discriminatory housing laws. There's discriminatory employment laws. There still is today, where you can get fired for being gay. How is that fair? Like, that's not cool to do to another human. And to be honest, we couldn't get married until 5 years ago on a federal level. So there's a lot of inequalities that gay people had and LGBT people had to go through and live through and survive. And that's why there's Pride, because of these inequalities that existed.
Yeah, I was going to pick up off of not just that, but people that are LGBTQ plus have been they've been oppressed for years and decades after decade. And Pride is a way to show your love and appreciation for a community, and to show that you're more than just the hate that is thrown at you. You're more than just what people say. You're more than just the crazy Catholics coming at you for being gay. You're more than just that. You are a loving, kind person, and you want to show your stripes and show who you are and wear your truth on your sleeve. And Pride is a way to own who you are. And it's a very, like the word pride in states, it's a very prideful moment where you can be who you are and be appreciated with people that are just like you. And it's just like a really uplifting and supportive community.
Exactly. So
empowerment.
So gay people and LGBT people had to really hide in the shadows for much of your life. And if you watch that show that we just talked about, Hollywood, on Netflix, you really see that gay people could not live their life freely. And so, as Spencer was saying, Pride is about being proud of it and being open and honest with yourself, and not even being open and honest with it, but being proud of who you are, not in the shadows, but in the public eye. Because so many of us for so long couldn't live our lives freely. We couldn't walk down the street holding hands with the person we loved. And so Pride is about doing that on a grand level and escalating that pride. So I hope that helps. I hope that helped with your sister.
Howdy, I like that. Howdy to you too. I like the comment. Ash Chan, you're funny. I like this comment, made me laugh. I was looking at my dog and I said, if you're homophobic, I will disown you. Iconic. My dogs
aren't homophobic.
My dogs are allies. My dogs are big allies. We stand my dogs. I don't think my brother will want me to hear me screaming, I'm a lesbian. Well, be who you are. Be yourself, my dude. Be yourself. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. That's what I want to stress. It doesn't matter what other people think about you. As long as you're confident within yourself and you love yourself, then you're unstoppable and you're untouchable. That's how I look at it. And that's the thing, if we're going to go full circle here, that's the same thing with Pridefall, is if you know yourself and you're confident and you're like, you know what, fuck it. I just know who I am and I'm proud of who I am, then these people can't bring you down, which is why I'd rather have them come at me and Ryan than other people, because we can handle it. We've come to terms with who we are. We're confident within ourselves. So fuck these people for even trying to bring people down in the first place. But if you're going to come at anyone, come at me, or I don't fucking care, because it's I know myself and I'm happy with myself.
Beautifully said. And yeah, it goes back to just being confident in yourself, like Spencer said. And if you are proud and happy with who you are, then what other people say doesn't matter. I guarantee, ask any creator, I'm sure Spencer can attest to this, but you've probably received hate. Every creator, Mr. Beast, Shane Dawson, they all once received and still do receive hate for doing what they do. Yet look how happy they are. Look how much of an impact they're having on the world. And at the end of the day, all that matters is your happiness and you being authentic to yourself.
Look at James Charles, even. He's one of the biggest creators that is LGBTQ plus in the modern day. And he's been canceled. You know how hard it is to be canceled and go through that? I think cancel culture is toxic. And we talked about on the last
Yeah.
cancel culture is toxic. And frankly, if you can get through that, then like, damn, like that, kudos to you, because that is some tough shit to live through. So
Oh, absolutely.
people that are creators, people that put themselves in a public figure spotlight, they're going to get shit on. But it's important to rise above any shit that's thrown at you and just to kind of be yourself and stand strong with who you are. And all the creators that have been attacked in the past who have received hate have risen above the hate. And look at them now. They're literally thriving.
Yep. Why does everyone saying bisexual is a phase? I've been told this several times. It makes me think it's actually a phase. I think people just don't understand bisexuality as much as they would being gay. I think people, it's one of those things where it's even harder to understand than being gay. And if you're an outsider, if you're not bisexual, you kind of think that, oh, you'll just settle down with a girl and then you're going to be straight, or that means that you're straight if you're a guy, or oh, you're going to settle down with a guy and that means you're gay. But that's just not it. I think people are just confused and they don't understand how to figure it out.
Okay, next question. How long is Pridefall? It's all of June. And this is next one is, okay.
All month it's supposed to get worse every day. Yeah.
I've gotten nothing. I've literally gotten nothing. Like people, I've seen the accounts, I've blocked them. I've done my due diligence. I've made sure my accounts are on lockdown. Just make sure your accounts are private. Be careful. Don't click any weird links. Don't answer any weird DMs. Just don't answer DMs. I've been careful about that too. But it's really simple. They just want to say mean shit to you and get you all riled up. There's so many of us and there's so few of them, but their tactic is to make them seem like there's some massive cooperation of like so many people. And like if you go through all the accounts, like I said before, a lot of them are created by the same person and they're just bot fake accounts and they all have the same content and the same shit on there. Death to Pridefall or death to Pride, whatever the fuck it is. I don't care. It's like all the same shit and they just want to scare the fuck out of you. So don't let them win.
Yeah, agree. And they do say they're supposed to get worse. Basically, from what they say, they're trying to ramp up the homophobia throughout the month. So it's supposed to start subtly in their content, and then they're going to be really homophobic. But as he said, there's a small amount of them. We have to remember who these people are. These people come from 4chan, and 4chan is a majority, like people who are like 18 or younger, or maybe young 20s, and they don't really do much with their lives. So the power that they have isn't much. All they have is this internet. All they have are these accounts, and all they can do is really try to harass people on there. But they're not actually, a large organization. They're not actually threatening with physical violence, or they're not armed. It's not like a terrorist organization where they have a lot of money, or they have a lot of weapons, or they have a lot of power. So
they're just insecure kids, young adults who don't know themselves, and they think that they're doing the world a favor by attacking other people for no fucking reason. And I'm being very blunt with this because I have no fucking sympathy for people that attack other people. I feel bad that these people are so insecure and sad with themselves that they're attacking people like Ryan and I and other creators and anyone who's part of our community. But I have no sympathy for them in the fact that what they're doing is pathetic and it's depressing and it's hateful. Especially during this time, we need to be raising awareness for more important issues. Right now, there is a race divide in this country. We should be focusing on that. We should be focusing on the Black Lives Matter movement. Why the fuck are these homophobes so concerned with our lives and what we're doing? Like, why do they care? Like, why even waste a breath on what I'm doing? Like, or, oh, that outfit's gay, or whatever the fuck they're going to say to me. Like, why waste the breath? Like, I don't care. Like, it's just pathetic. Oh, God.
It is. It is. How can you tell if someone's is from Operation Pridefall? So again, they're usually will have a low amount of followers, or they'll follow a lot of people. And their profile picture will be something weird, maybe the rainbow flag with like an X through it, with a circle and an X through it.
Yep.
It might look like that. And their account name will be something stupid. It will be like Operation_Pridefall, or it will be God_hates gays. It'll be something dumb like that. And it's probably going to have a minimum amount of content on it when you go there. So
very few posts. It's going to be following the same people as the followers. It's very straightforward.
Oh no, I'm Ryan. Hi. Hi.
Oh, wait, what?
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, y'all, but a neighbor from a cabin. I'm in the cabin right now, a random cabin, and a neighbor came by. So.
Yeah. All right, anyways, what I was saying is the accounts are also disguised as like these fan accounts, like for big BTS fan accounts, or like these weird edit accounts that have like posts that have like very charming looking front pictures to them. But then you go to the video and it's gonna like have gory content after like the charming cover. So it's just like it's gonna look like a little fishy. Like it's gonna have a weird amount of posts. It's gonna have very few followers, a weird username, a weird bio. It's just gonna look off. It's gonna look fucking weird. If you see a weird account following you or liking your posts, just block them or go private. Turn off your comments. That's what I did. I think they're back on right now, but I'll turn them off again. But like, it's just so simple. Like, just block them out. Remember that old Vine? Well, throwback to Vine. Remember that old Vine with the spoons that was like, I'm blocking out the haters?
Yes.
Fucking take those spoons and block out the haters. That's my.
No, that's period. Like,
Period.
Just block out the haters. The haters mean nothing.
Someone came for me on my backup account for the way I said period. They're like, he says period as if he ate that up, and I was like, bitch. I was like, I did eat that up.
I did.
I was embarrassed, but like I responded back to him, and I was like, ouch. I was like, whatever.
Okay, so you only watch videos on your TikTok. Will you be attacked, or is Pridefall mainly for video makers? No, I think it's only for video makers, for people who promote that they're gay or make content around being gay.
That's us.
Mm-hmm. That's us. I just raided a whole bunch of Pridefall servers. Okay. Ooh, look at Meme Force 1. They are doing some tactical shit. If you want to send me and Spencer DMs of any screenshots or anything that you found, we would love the tea.
Can someone make me like a blanket all of it? I can like put it on the wall and hang it up and like it.
A tapestry.
Like a tapestry, yeah. Tapestry. I'm like right now, and I'm like, I could put it on the wall over here. I can make it like a whole thing, like a whole tapestry of all the hate comments I get compiled into one.
That is hilarious. Just getting hate DMs and then making a blanket out of it.
My favorite ones are the ones that say I'm vanilla. I'm like, thank you. I'm so flattered. They're like bland, unoriginal. My favorite one was this one. It was bland, unoriginal, next. 3 sentences, 1 word each.
Oh my god.
This is my favorite one.
I admittedly don't get many hate comments. I don't know if I've been like pushed to that side, because like I don't know, but I don't get many hate comments.
I don't get that either. And when I get them, I'm like surprised, because I never get them. So when I do get them, I'm like that's fishy. Or when I get a mention and it's some weird homophobic video, because I've gotten those too, where it's like weird shit, like weird meme shit, and it's like death to the gays, and I'm tagged in it, and I'm like, what is this crap? That's the only stuff I've gotten. Like I don't ever get like a lot of hate, like, because I don't do anything that's super controversial. Like I'm not really problematic. Like, yeah, I'm kind of like I'm very like I'm not problematic. Like, if you know, like I don't know.
Yeah, and TikTok's algorithm is so good that it only pushes us to other gay people or queer people. You know, so it's hard to get on a straight person's For You page.
I want to like, God, I love the gays. Gay TikTok is like the best. Like there's witch talk, there's gay talk, there's like alt talk. Like I love it. Like mom talk, like all these different.
Yeah, cook talk or chef talk is.
I'm on witch talk. I'm on witch talk.
You're on witch talk.
I love the witches. I'm like, these girls are awesome. I'm like, I want to be a witch like them. These girls are sick. When they're doing spells and stuff, and they're hexing, and they're like all. I'm like, this is so cool.
Yeah.
The paranormal stuff or the movie stuff, like the coming of age movie stuff. I get a lot of that stuff too.
Like Benji Kroll type stuff.
No, so like turning your screen to the side and see this cinematic masterpiece.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
A lot of politics. My entire thing's politics.
My whole TikTok is it's either gay or leftist politics or cooking.
Cooking.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Someone wanted us to check their comment. Notice my last comment. Okay, I'm looking. BT Cryptic. Where is it?
Right here, I think.
Okay, there it is.
Oh nope, it was.
There's another one. That's okay. Let's keep working. Okay.
There it is.
Here it is. Yes. Yeah. This goes back to what we were talking about before. Yeah, it's like it's so fluid. Like it's so hard to pinpoint like a label sometimes. Just be fluid with your sexuality. Date who you want to date. Love who you want to love. The beauty of being in this world is we have that opportunity. Not everywhere, but if you have the opportunity, then like I'm thankful that I can love who I want to love, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. So you're exactly right about being bisexual. It's just like you like both, and you one day you might take both, or one day you'll find one that you really love. Doesn't lock you in any boxes, and you can be bisexual and be married to, a girl, or say, or a certain gender, but still like boys. It just depends on who you love. I saw someone said that they got on the furry TikTok.
Oh,
I haven't had too much encounters with them. I think I've seen like one video.
I've seen this one video of this person who got stuck at a furry convention on a boat. It was like a cruise, and it ended up being a furry convention. Funniest shit I've ever seen.
Dude, I want to talk to a furry. I want to like do one of these with a furry and just ask them like what about furry culture.
Can I be there?
Yeah, we'll all do it together.
If you're a furry and you're watching this, hit us up. We wanted you to come on the podcast.
Yeah, we want to bring you in
on the YouTube channel so we can meet you. And I want to be like, is it like, you remind me of those mascots, like the costumes. Like it's very like, where do you buy them? Like Party City? Like where do you get the furry costumes?
Yeah.
Like, where do you go?
Do they have like different ones for different moods, or are they always the same one? Like I'm curious. Oh, this person's actually a furry.
Dude.
Okay, so do you have like multiple costumes, or do you like choose and like that's your one?
Or is it more of a mentality? Like I have the mentality of a furry.
Yeah. Also, do they mean different things? Like if is someone in a rabbit costume, are they into something that's different than someone in a dog costume? Like these are all genuine questions that I have. Let's see. I saw something that I wanted to address. Where did it go? Okay, real question. What are you both thinking about what's going on in the US right now? So I think it's obviously an insane time, but I think it's a much needed time. I think that BLM is totally validated. I think that what they're fighting for is totally true, and we need to bring justice to their community. And cops, have the system that cops run in is set up to be racist and to be suppressive and oppressive of minority people, especially people of color. So I think, it's sad that businesses are burning down and especially small business owners are losing their livelihood. I don't condone that, but I do condone being loud and being, Pride was a riot. So I do condone what they're doing, just not the looting and the burning of things, but it's very necessary. We need to flip this system upside down.
Yeah, I'm very, very, very on board with the protests, and I've made my opinion very clear to the very obvious anger from some people that I'm friends with, that I think that it's very crucial that people protest. I think it's super important that we make a statement, and I think that we can't be silent anymore. This keeps happening. This issue of the system that America is based on is rooted deeply with racism, and because we're white, we have a privilege that other people don't have. That's wrong. The fact that people have privilege over other people based on their skin tone is wrong, and that needs to change. And what's happening right now is I think that people are pissed off. They want to see change, and they're looking towards our government for change, but our government isn't doing shit. And rather, our government is actually escalating the situation to a point where it's going to be violence met with violence, which is going to create more violence. So it's pretty much pouring gasoline on a fire, which is totally a mess. I feel really bad for people that are business owners and people that are losing their shops and for anything that's happening with property. And I think to an extent, I think that people want to be heard and they're going to go at any length to be heard. And I understand and I sympathize and I feel what they're feeling, but I also understand the other side of that. And I see where people are coming from with, these are our cities, you're destroying our cities. But I think ultimately the message at the end is what people are trying to convey. And that is, we need to change. America needs to change, and nothing is happening in our government to create that change. So that's where I'm very, very, very upset, and I want to see change within this country. But I truthfully think that as long as Trump is in power, we're not going to see change that we want to see, because he has revoked a lot of the things in place that protected LGBTQ plus citizens, and he has double backed, and he's done away with a lot of things that protected people of color as well. And I think that we got to get him out of the office. And I think, yeah, I keep saying I think, but truthfully, I think we have to get better people in legislation and better people in government, change the system, actually have people change, like write legislation and actually create reform and restructure the police system so it's not rooted deeply with racism.
Yeah, and again, yeah, there's riots happening because they haven't been heard. They've tried taking a kneel. They've tried their silent protests. They've tried everything, and nothing has changed. And how many more Black people do we have to see being murdered by police before something happens? And Martin Luther King said, "Riots are the voice of the unheard," or some, I might be paraphrasing, but he basically said riots are the voice of the people that don't have a voice, and that's what's happening right now. Is that there hasn't been change. This has been going on for years. Before I was born, Rodney King riots happened in LA, and nothing. It was for the same reason, and now we're here today, 20 years or so later, and it's still the same thing happening. So,
yeah. Ryan, you did me dirty with that picture on your story for Instagram for Alphabet Mafia.
I'm so sorry. I wasn't thinking too much. Oh, wait, Griffin wants to join. Do you want to get Griffin in?
I love Griffin.
Let's get Griffin in.
Delete the photo and do a new one. I look horrible in that. Absolutely horrible. I'm sorry.
No, I can take it down.
Oh no, it's all good. I feel gross. You know how you have like that one good side? Like this is my good side and that's my bad side.
Okay. I'll remember that from now on. So I'd be like, Spencer, turn that way.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. So so Spencer's going to give me his email and we'll get him in, or Griffin's going to give me his email.
Griffin's like a king of kings, guys. Griffin's new account like blew up because Griffin, he had an account that had like 6,000 followers. That got deleted. And then Griffin grew a new one within like a month. Like the growth was insane. It's really impressive.
I love our little gay TikTok little group that's coming together where, we all support each other, prop each other up, know each other.
It's awesome. It's truly awesome. One of what's cool for me is meeting creators that I've always admired or like thought they were always super impressive. And like now I can like talk to them and I get to have conversations with them. And it's very like cool because I'm like, shit, I used to watch the videos when I didn't even make TikToks. And now I'm like, I know them and I'm friends with them. And I'm like, that's weird to me. Like that's been like surreal, I guess.
Yeah.
Like meeting you. Like I used to like watch your TikTok and I was like, that guy's cool. And I DM'd you and I never got a response. And I was like, okay. But then one day, like you followed me back and I was like, hey, now
yeah.
So,
I'm sorry about the DM. It was I probably just genuinely didn't see it or, didn't look too much into it.
Friends. And then one day you answered my DMs and I was like, fuck, yeah. Go.
All right. So what else is going on before we get Griffin in here? Why do people say I'm just confused and not a homosexual? Because people just like to judge and people like to think they know better. But at the end of the day, Emily, you know you better than anyone else.
Yeah.
So just, if they don't want to accept it, that's their problem. That shouldn't stop you from living your authentic life.
People say that you're confused because they're trying to find a way to justify your sexuality for the moment. They're in denial that you're not straight and they're pissy about that. And it's a reflection upon themselves and their insecurities and their own faults that they're going to call you confused. I was called confused when I came out as bi and then I came out as gay. But truthfully, it's because people don't understand. And the word confused is because they don't understand you. So give it time, give it space, give it energy, and it will get to a place where it's better.
Totally. And yeah, when I came out as bi for 30 seconds before just finally admitting I was gay.
Mine was 2 weeks. It was exactly 2 weeks on the dot. People were like, you're not bi. And I'm like, fuck, no, I'm not bi. I'm gay as fuck. Like, I can never know.
So Milano wants to know what's Griffin's at. Let me pull that up real quick. I want to make sure I get it right.
It's Griffin Maxwell Brooks. Like for Instagram, it's Griffin Maxwell Brooks. I'm pretty sure it's the same for TikTok.
Yeah, I'll try to. Is this reversed if I hold it up?
No, it's actually not reversed. Griffin Maxwell Brooks. Yeah, that's Griff. So that's Griff. And then I'm gay, obviously, on TikTok, and my Instagram is squiddy. I have a backup spam account called gay, but my main account is squiddy, SSQUITI.
Okay, where did you get those names from? Because both names are, I like them both. They're hilarious. But what explain them?
Okay, okay. So my friend has an account called Latina Mess. So her account's like Nick stuff, and I was like, that's an awesome name. So I drafted names with her, and I was like, mine has to just be really weird. It has to be something super quirky, super weird. And then I was like, oh shit, gay boy failure. And then gay kind of just came, and I was like, on it. And then gay became like my staple. And it's kind of like gay is like the front for like my everything I kind of do, and people know my name is Spencer, but gay is kind of like the title name.
Yeah, that would be great for merch, like just putting on merch. Like, okay, what up?
Hey, Griff.
Hey, how are you?
Things are a bit chaotic. I'm alive.
You're alive.
How do I go back to the 3?
Yeah, that works.
There we go. Yeah, so we were just talking a little bit about Pridefall and just what's going on. Have you had any experiences with any trolls yet, or seen anything?
A couple. So, as timing has it, I decided to come out of the closet as NB on like the exact day that all this crap started. So it was like a little bit of a combination of things. But I got quite a few just people. It was mostly just trolls saying, sorry, my camera is like horribly messed up on this computer.
All good.
It was mostly just trolls saying stupid things that were like obviously outright offensive, but like less harmful because it was clear that they were just uneducated and spamming silly things. I had a couple people send me addresses which they thought were mine but weren't. Like something from like Atlantic City. I'm like, I'm 2 hours away from there. Like, I don't. And just a lot of really weird like bot accounts like followed me all at once, which like I was really skeptical of. So I was on like private on Instagram denying some of them, but they seem to have stopped. It's weird. It comes and goes. Like I was originally really afraid that it would just be like this massive onslaught, and then after like an hour of like DMs that were like ridiculous, like I got through like 40 of them on like Twitter, and then I was like, okay, like people are just saying stuff out of their ass, and it's kind of going away now. So
you run a Twitter account, not on just TikTok, but you have like a full-on Twitter account, like you're a Twitter stan. And then
it's chaotic over there. It's really just me yelling about social justice and then like retweeting like Megan Thee Stallion's tweets.
I love. Also, I'll throw hands at the bots. Give me the ads. I'll throw hands.
Yeah. There was one thing that someone DM'd me, like a list of accounts, and they're like decoy, like K-pop stan accounts, but like
they're fake. They're K-pop stan accounts. It's like BTS and like all these other female girl groups, and then it's like pink pictures and stuff, and then you open it up and it's like gory shit behind the cover.
Oh,
it's really weird.
Are you experiencing this mostly on Instagram or Twitter or TikTok?
Most of it was on. It was mostly on Twitter, some Instagram, honestly less on TikTok. I had a couple like stupid DMs, but they seemed more like they were reactions to like the videos that I had been posting and not like a direct like Pridefall oriented thing.
Yeah, I haven't gotten anything at all. Like, I mean, I've gotten comments, but like I've gotten like no like serious like DMs or anything yet.
I got a couple like doxing DMs on TikTok, and they were just like. It was just like something in Atlantic City. I'm like, I don't even know, like if you go on my Instagram, like at that point, like I still had location up. Like, I mean, it's gone now because of this shit, but like they could have done better. Like
they probably were like, he goes to Princeton, therefore we're gonna give him the address to Princeton and call it a day. Here, we know.
Did they say that they had your address or like threatened?
Yeah, they said they had my address, and they sent me this address, which is nowhere near where I live or have ever lived. I've been to Atlantic City like once, like.
Oh, what? I don't understand why. Like, how do they not have anything better to do? Like, how do they have so much time to do all this shit and create disgusting content?
Yeah, I don't even know. It's strange, especially with all the shit that's going on in the world right now. It's like this is what you're concerned with. Like you're gonna go do microaggressions in people's DMs.
Like, why are they breath, not worth their fucking time. Like it's so irrelevant to
Yeah.
like attack us for no reason.
So what do you all think about what Trump said today about using military force on the protesters? I mean, and I heard it's basically declaring martial law without using
No,
the
it's
word.
like illegal. Like he can't do it.
You can't do it.
God.
It's just everything that's going on is just so like so many awful people have like outed themselves as awful people.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. All this shit is going on.
Everyone's getting exposed for who they are.
Dude, like I'm like ready to move the hell out of here tonight. I was like, where can I go? Like, what's a happy country? Like, I'm packing up my shit. I'm going to Amsterdam or something. I'm just not here.
I don't want to be near people. I want to be on an island. Like,
you want to go to New Zealand together? We can go to New Zealand and kind of like have
oh my God, we'll live with Lord.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
a bungalow on the ocean.
New Zealand, Canada, maybe. It's a little cold.
There was something about Toronto. It's just honestly, any predominantly white country is still going to have mass amounts of racism. It's just whether or not the government like openly supports it, like ours does.
I'm gonna go like get a little house in New Zealand and just like live there for the next.
What if we just had a gay commune? Like a bunch of gays, we just went and built little houses in a little circle, grew a garden.
I'm not opposed to some like weird communism. Like, I'm gonna say it.
Sunday brunches.
Yes,
Oh
Sunday brunches, fresh squeezed orange juice mimosas. Like, oh,
I'm losing my mind. Yeah, it's been weird too. I mean, today I went around writing in sidewalk chalk on my town, just like Black Lives Matter on the road, because it's literally like I've been going to protests and I was so worried about like getting like sick.
Yeah.
Because like I don't want to get like my family sick and I'm supposed to like travel at some point, so it's like, but it's just so jarring. Like I like when I'm like my like local town like community forum and everyone is just like, my husband is a cop and he is a good man, and I'm like, your husband is a bastard. I don't care. Good man.
What have the protests been like? Like, what are your experiences just at these places?
I unfortunately didn't. There was a protest in Asbury Park, which is like the shore near me, which I unfortunately didn't get to go to today, but my sister was at, and all the New Jersey protests except for Trenton and Atlantic City have been peaceful. I know the cops marched with the people in Camden and in Newark, which is surprising. But hold on, I gotta make sure my parents didn't hear me because I went to an NYC protest very briefly. And it wasn't. I had wanted to go, but I was quite frankly very afraid because also NYC, like the city is like pretty far, like it's a solid like hour drive for me. But my friend was there and she was like, my other friend is hurt and we need help, and I have this other friend who has an apartment, so we were going to like go and like help her, and I was just walking like near the protest, like kind of just like we were like handing out like water bottles, and that was like the least I could do. And just seeing the stuff that goes on is ridiculous, and seeing the way that the media, all forms of media, try to misconstrue it, like literally like walking down the road and seeing a car on fire. It's like, and also I don't know, it's upsetting to like watch like go on TV and go on even like CNN, which is supposed to be like a liberal media source, and watch them and how they portray like looters and rioters, and like they never show the transition from when a peaceful protest turns violent, because it's always the cops trying to control people.
Isn't New York where the cop ran over people or like drove into? Oh my God.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. I live in the suburbs of the city, and like shit here is crazy. It's a mess. It's a total mess.
I saw y'all know Poot D'Amelio, right? I saw he made a post saying that there's talks of them going into the suburbs, like looters moving into the suburbs.
That's true.
Did you hear that? Yeah.
Really? My stepsisters, they live in the suburbs of like New York, like really close, and like all the windows in their town have to be boarded up tonight because everyone's getting these texts and all these alarming things that are saying you're next, we're coming for you. They all have like the windows boarded up, like the entire city has the windows boarded up, and like
the worst thing about it is it's all like crazy like white anarchists like who just want to rob stores, like they have nothing to do with the protest.
Yeah.
Jake Paul thing, like what the fuck was that about?
I am baffled.
Stupid shit. It was literally, I was like, how many times do we have to cancel this guy? Or at least try to cancel him. It's as someone who doesn't like cancel culture, I'm saying that.
It doesn't even. It's just so stupid. Like, and there's all these videos. There was a video that I saw today of like these people like surrounding like this kid who was just like this random white kid who was like apparently like known in their town for being like a white supremacist, and they like demanded that he like open his backpack, and he opened it, and he had all this like
I saw the video.
like lighter fluid and kerosene and like
he was like, I'm just walking around the neighborhood. He had the T-shirt that had like the handprint on it. That one. Yeah, I saw that right before we went on this call. That was fucking crazy. It was like full of like lighter fluid and all this other like stuff to like start like fires.
Well, it's literally like white supremacists just trying to frame these protests as poorly as possible so that the media can twist it.
There's bad actors. There's organizations that are like behind it. Like they're sending in people.
There's videos of cops destroying their own cars. Like 20 videos.
Jesus. And of course, the mainstream media is not going to show that or tell you about it. It's ridiculous.
Why are they talking about that? And why aren't they talking about the anonymous thing, like with the whole like Trump thing? Like I haven't seen any mainstream news coverage of that, and I'm waiting for coverage of that.
So the anonymous video on YouTube was real because the way anonymous works is that like anyone can be a part of it. That's the whole point because it's anonymous. But the Twitter account isn't real. Like the You're a Non-Central is literally like this like actually like very like problematic in that they are like a turf like impersonator who just kind of like has been tweeting things. Like the Jeffrey Epstein stuff was like public evidence since like 2016.
Okay, so they're just trying to start shit, just like incite.
I mean, most of their points have been on point, but they're not anonymous. Like they're not, it's just some rando.
Gotcha. Yeah, because a lot of that stuff was absolutely crazy, and I was like, holy shit! If this is real, like, what's going on?
Yeah, I don't really know what happened with that Jeffrey Epstein stuff. I think it's just kind of fell through the cracks. I remember reading something about like somebody testifying and getting blackmailed and like.
I mean, here's the thing. I wouldn't be surprised if that was true at all. Like, not at all.
Yeah, it's in the documentary on Netflix. There was like I was talking to Ryan about it earlier before you were here, Griff, and it was like a whole like thing like where these people were blackmailed and they were like suppressed into being quiet. So I think there's some like truth to what they were saying.
Okay, so this person has a question. They say, why do some people want a straight pride? Who wants to just take that question first? All right, I'll go for it. So if people want a straight pride, the thing is that they're probably very insecure about themselves, and they think that because there's gay pride, that there should also be a straight pride, because they're not comfortable either with their own sexuality, or they're just not comfortable as a person and as themselves, and so they think that they need to be propped up without understanding the struggles and inequalities that actual LGBT people have to face. So I would just go back to insecurity. They're just insecure. That's my answer.
I think the most important thing to note about these things like straight pride and all lives matter is that it's so clearly reactionary. Like down to like straight pride. Like it's like a spin on the term gay pride, and all lives matter is a spin on the term black pride. Or Black Lives Matter. Like they're clearly like taking this movement that we've created because like we're queer people and we feel like we don't have enough representation, and it's like they're taking it, they're like, well, it's not fair, like we deserve something too, and it's like we didn't create this out of like a superiority complex, we created it out of the opposite of that. Like we want our voices heard because they are not heard. Like it's ridiculous. I don't even know.
Like this was born because it was needed. It wasn't something that we just created one day for fun. Like the first pride was a riot, as we keep saying, and so that was something that was needed to lift people out of being oppressed.
It's bullshit. Straight pride is bullshit. I think that the All Lives Matter thing, I don't know what they're like, why do they want to be oppressed so bad? Like I don't understand. Like it's like ridiculous to me. Like not, and like when someone says not all lives matter to Black Lives Matter, like they want to push back against that. Like last night I got some insane DM. I'll read it to you guys, of this kid, and he just went off of me, and he was like, racism is not existent in America anymore. Like all the races are equal, and you're focusing too much on Black Lives Matter on your Instagram. And he's like, you should be focusing on straight pride and like all lives matter. And I was like, I ripped him a new one. This is like what really kind of showed the white privilege, because he was talking about like how more white people are killed than Black people, and I was like, honey, look at the percentage of people that are black and white in the country, then look at the disproportionate rate of that. It's like double. Like, and then he was like, well, I'm like, no, there's no well here. It's pretty simple. And then he was like to me, okay, this is like what, yeah, he said to me, and I think that the US is damn close to being equal between both races. What? And then he was like, okay. I was like, what's your source? And he says, Fox News.
Oh my God.
Fox News.
Here's what I asked him. I was like, okay, if you're pulled over by the police, what's your first thought? And then he was like, oh, well, what am I being pulled over for? Like, what are they pulling me over for? Like all that. And I was like, that right there proves my point that white privilege is real, because if you were a person of color, you would not be asking, why am I being pulled over? You'd be like worried for your own life. And then he says to me, how would you know you're white? I can't with some people. Like,
I don't understand how it's 2020. The internet exists. We've had it for a few years. We have phones. Like, I don't understand how people can be so ignorant and not educate themselves on their own time with phones that literally make it so easy. It's ridiculous. It costs $0 to open TikTok and go listen to a few black creators. Period. Should I be upset and say something if my father says bad stuff about the LGBT community? Is it okay since he's a religious person? Does it still make it right for him since he's religious? My short answer is no. There's no excuse to be ignorant. There's no excuse to hate other people or say bad things about other people just because of your religion. And I assume this person's a Christian just because just America. And if he's a Christian and he believes in the Bible, I want you to know that there's a lot of ambiguous things in the Bible, and that a lot of mistranslations could have occurred, and that homosexuality doesn't actually mean the definition of two consensual male lovers. That's not what homosexuality meant in those times. They didn't have that full grasp of it.
Yeah, I would also add that religion is not a justification for hate. People use religion as this platform to hate on other people and just to shit on other people. You're not holier than thou. You're like, this is not like oh, I'm better than you, so I can say whatever I want and make you feel like crap about it. Like, religion is not an exception to be hateful. And religion's all about love and about acceptance, about kindness. So it should stay that way. It shouldn't ever be some platform for hate or a justification for that hate.
Yeah, I think it's so. The one thing that's ridiculous is I always hear things about, like, I don't know, like I for one, like, I have often used like the arguments about like Leviticus and like mistranslations and things like that. And I also just like think to myself, like, even if the Bible did say like word for word, like gay people go to hell, it doesn't give you like a platform to like go and like push that onto other people. Like, your religion, your belief system is like infringing on the lives of others. Who gives a crap about your belief system? I'm tolerant. You can believe what you want to yourself, and you can exist however you want. But as soon as your rights or as soon as your beliefs are pushed onto other people and oppress them, they no longer become valid. The tolerance of intolerance just promotes more intolerance.
So true, so true. And if he's hateful of LGBT people or says bad stuff, he better say bad stuff about people with tattoos or people that don't cut their hair or people that should trim their beard, because those verses are wedged right next to it. So let's see what else we got going on. Oh my God! Wait, is there a straight flag? Has anyone seen that?
Oh, those are actually.
Oh, I'm sure. I think I've seen it.
No, I didn't know there was a.
I'm pretty sure
the two interlocked, like the binary gender symbols, like interlocked.
Oh my God!
It's like black and white. Oh no, is it this one? Yeah, it's like this. Is that it?
It's this.
Oh, yeah, it's that one.
Oh my God! I hate it.
Gross. Cool. People baffle me. I can't with people.
I saw a good one, but I lost it. If you see anything, let me know. Oh, so my dad's family lives in Minneapolis area. They're still looting, destroying property. My family's opening up our house. Why is there so much unnecessary violence and damaging to business? I think we kind of touched on it. A lot of this violence and unnecessary looting and property damage is by bad actors or people, organizations that have nothing to do with the Black Lives Matter movement. A lot of it. I'm not saying everything, but there could be a few bad people that run in there and join, but a lot of it is incited by people who are trying to cause chaos and make people look bad.
I got my first docs, guys. I got my first hate comment in my DMs.
Wait, show us.
Congratulations.
If I got, it must have been on the live stream. It's a picture of me. It says you look like an ugly Shawn Mendes. Thank you. I'm really flattered to even be compared to Shawn Mendes.
I know, that's a compliment, if anything. Oh my god.
The only person that they follow is a guy named Kai West. I don't know who that is.
I'm waiting for my docs. I want my hate
I
comments.
just had a picture of me. I mean, like a bad angle for me, probably from the live stream.
The way that it's just like
Whoa,
you can't
whoa,
tell
whoa.
that it's you.
Yo, I actually did just get a DM. Alluring Skull. Y'all know Alluring Skull?
Oh my god, yes, I love
he
that.
just got arrested when they were walking home from the protest. I wasn't able
They
to screen
did?
record it, but please look out for videos. Yes, this person just said that Alluring Skull got arrested.
I was told that I just remember being on their live stream and in their comments, like people being like, cover your tattoos, because they were worried about them getting arrested. That's crazy.
Shit. I love them. They make a lot of great content. What? Oh, that's you.
No, I'm so flattered. Someone had the time of coming in ugly Shawn Mendes. I'm kind of thankful. That's kind of like a compliment. Like, okay, thank you.
I mean, they're thinking about you and Shawn Mendes. So, like, what does that tell? Like, I don't know.
Oh my god, don't even get me started on Shawn Mendes. I can't stand that man.
Calling me an ugly version of Shawn Mendes is still a compliment to me. So, thank you.
Do you know what? Does anyone know? Okay, wait, what is their real name? Because I don't know what their Twitter is.
Alluring
feel like-
Skull.
Yeah.
It's like Jordy. It's either like Jordy or Jody, or I think it's Jordy.
Oh, there's just no way. I'm gonna see if I can search Alluring Skull and somebody is like, okay,
That's-
coming up in the search results. Hold on.
Yeah, is there like a? I wonder if there's like a police database or something to see if we.
I just think I don't know. I might. Oh, wait.
You're really ugly Shawn, Joel. Ugly Shawn Mendes. You
Okay,
know-
why hasn't anyone sent me hate comments?
Oh
I
wait,
feel like
2 minutes ago, something about a live stream.
I love Twitter.
Yeah. Oh shit, this is awful.
Send it to me. Can you
do
send
you
it
have
to
a video?
Yeah, somebody put it on Twitter. They're like on a live stream, and they're like putting their hands up. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything.
Is it them?
Yeah.
Wow.
Shit.
Oh my god. Hold on. I'll send it in a.
Hey, what do you think if we could create a video or something and pay his bail? Do you think that we can get creators and people together to do that?
We might be able to.
Griffin did an amazing video about Pridefall, which we were all part of, which I'm like really happy. Thanks for letting me be part of
Yeah, I
it.
love that.
I find myself watching it and I'm like, damn, this came out really well. Especially how Ash did the transition, and I was like, fuck yeah, when she like, did the shirt thing, and I was like, I loved it. So if you
Yeah.
ever-
Okay. I DM'd you guys the video of them. Hold on.
Hey, we're going. Oh, we're live. Where are you taking off that? I'll send you where I got a group that's
So for everyone in the chat, Alluring Skull is a very is a great creator. They create a lot of content that's pro-black, pro-LGBT, anti-Trump, and so we all love him, and I know the three of us do. And apparently, they got arrested walking home from the riot or the protest in LA. So that's what's going on right now. And there's a video that we're looking at. Yeah, I would be down to like maybe we could do a collab video where we're talking to each other through the camera, and then like try to announce like a fundraiser or some way we could donate to pay his bail.
I don't know. My issue is I don't know their name. Like I don't know how I would even begin to figure that out. I remember them saying that they had a Twitter, and I know that they.
I know
and stuff like that. So I feel like we can figure out like a way to like pay them, but like.
Yeah, and I'm actually up in LA County area, so like if they needed someone to like be at the police station, I could literally pay the bail. We should start it. Yeah, someone said that. Does anyone know Alluring Skull's real name? I swear the first name is like Jordy or Jody.
Is it start with a G or a J?
A J. Jordi or DY, I believe.
Jordy, Alluring Skull Jordy. Let me see what I get on Twitter. It's gotta be. I'm sure. Maybe I'll just Google them.
I think they changed their accounts to not include any of their names because of Pridefall, because they were on the docs list.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
It's giving me the Dark Souls wiki. That's where Alluring Skull is from. It's like an item game. Alluring Skull Twitter. Hold on. This account doesn't exist, son of a bitch. I feel like I remember them saying something about changing their Twitter account, or something about their Twitter account being not safe for work, so it being like altered in some way, but I can't.
I bet their fans know. Some of them might know their real name.
Alluring Skulls was their Twitter account, but it says this account does not exist now. Son of a bitch. Someone, did they delete their Twitter? Can't find them now.
I have mutuals? Caleb's a mutual with them. Do you think Caleb knows their name?
I can text Caleb. He might know.
It's Jory. Okay, yeah. So Milano says Jory. Yeah, I think you're right. I think Jory.
Jory,
It's
okay.
Jory, something like that.
Jory, Alluring Skull. They might have deleted their Twitter. Okay. Yeah, I feel like we just need to try and find someone who can get in contact with them or their family, so we can figure out how the hell we're gonna get them out of jail if they got, like, taken to jail.
Yeah. Oh, I think I found it. Jory Viscano. So J or G O R or Jory Vizcano. Jory Viscano.
Let's see. That's just like so upsetting right there.
Yeah, that it's him. This is his real name.
I don't know how we would even go about paying their bail.
Well, I'm let's try to brainstorm. We could announce we could do a collab video and announce a fundraiser, and then put that like GoFundMe or whatever in the links in our bios, and then just see what we get from that. Someone suggested doing a live stream on here and we just keep bringing in new creators and get people to donate in the live stream. But what do y'all think? I mean, there's a few different routes we could take, and
I don't know. I feel like we need to know more information before we start doing this. If we start
details, we can know, like, what's happening, and then once we know the details and like kind of have the basic gist of what's happening, then we can move forward.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I would feel weird starting anything specifically before we know. Oh, wait. This shit is crazy.
Yeah, this is it's so sad. Yeah, I wonder if you can like look up if this person's been booked or something. Incarcerated, yeah. Probably takes like in a few hours to get in the system. Has either of you been arrested?
I have not.
I have not.
I've had bad interactions with the cops, but I usually run or talk my way out of it because I have
something we call white privilege.
Yeah, sadly. It's just, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Especially I don't know. I also just haven't been able to get far enough into protests where I can get up in a cop's face and yell. Because God, I would love to do that, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh God, this is all. Yeah.
Well, if more information does come out, or we do get that, what would you guys want to do? Like,
I would definitely be down to make a video, post like I don't know, fundraise like 100%, like whatever we can do to help them out.
what is? I wonder. It depends on the charges, but I wonder what bail is for like
Yeah,
arrest, like breaking curfew or whatever the charge is.
I wonder.
I know, so
we can probably post just at least if there's like a bailout fund for the LA area.
Oh yeah.
Let me look. LA bail fund. Yeah, I found a bail fund.
Sweet.
People's City Council Freedom Fund organized by Albert Corrado. GoFundMe. Here, I can DM it to you guys because I don't know how to get it into the stream or anything.
Word.
Okay, check it out.
Yeah,
Is this like a general fund? Like you donate to it and then they just pay?
they're
random
just
people?
like they're bailing out as many people in LA as they can, from what I understand.
Word.
A lot. Wow, that's a lot. Oh my God.
Did I hear shoot to kill?
Yeah, I don't know if this is real or not. It's on Twitter, but it's Pudemilio. It's what's his Bobby.
I can't watch it.
Was that Jory?
Yeah, watch it again. I can't. Jesus.
Yikes. Oh, we have a straight person in here? That's interesting. Congratulations.
Straight. Mr. Beast fan, I'm dead. Oh, he said this whole Pridefall thing is scary, followed by I'm straight. Yeah,
It is scary.
I'm just scared. No, it's definitely scary. Yeah.
Hey, but hey, if they call me ugly Shawn Mendes for the next 30 days, you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Keep it coming. How many celebrities do I look like? Keep it coming up. Don't be shy. Don't be shy.
Put some more.
Put some more.
Any Pridefall members done anything physical yet? I have not encountered anyone who said anything that like physical, like people like actually like pulling up at their houses or anything. So that's good.
Yeah, I heard of one instance. Someone said that a little girl got beat up or something. Not a little girl, but like I guess 13's little. But again, that was just I didn't see any evidence of it. I just heard that. Yeah, I heard that they were out. They got doxxed and they were outside playing with their brother or whatever or sister, and someone pulled up and beat them up. But
shit, it's so unnecessary. All that hate. It's just...
Again, that could even be fear mongering from the Pridefall people. They could be making shit up to scare us. But
I think it could be. I think there's an element of that. I don't know who to trust, what to trust at this point. I'm kind of just like fending for myself and for all of you guys. But like, I don't know like really like what's the deal with Pridefall, because it could be like one person pretending to be like a million people, or it could be a million people. Like we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We'll find out.
What do you think about this, Spencer?
So
oh God, no, it's too close to gay Shawn Mendes. You don't want to reincarnate that that large kid.
I don't that might scare me back into the closet.
There was this kid who was like really famous on Twitter, like 100K, and his at was gay Shawn Mendes, and he like. First of all, he was on like Dr. Phil, and he was like on there saying like, "I hate my family because they don't have as many followers as me," and he also was just like, he was the one who with like the long striped pants that licked the ice cream in like a Stop and Shop. Oh,
Him? Oh, I remember that. Yeah. God, that's a throwback.
he's also like best friends with Ethan is Supreme, who did blackface like a week ago. So
Ooh. Yeah. So I'm okay. Gay Awakening, S Squiddy. Now I can add Ugly Shawn Mendes to the list.
amazing.
All your spam accounts will just be hater
I have
comments.
2 accounts. I got rid of gay with an extra Y. Now I just have gay and Gay Awakening. Then I have 2 Instagram accounts. One for my spam shit and my main one, which is S Squiddy. And that's it. Too many accounts.
I'm always afraid to post on like a spam account because I'm like, well, what if it's actually a good post?
That's what I've been That's what I've been trying to like save my better stuff from the main account at this point. Remember Griffin, you lost your account for a bit, then you got a brand new one, and that blew up so fast. The new one you have right now.
Yeah, my first account I hit 10K and then I just got permanently banned like for no reason, like out of nowhere. I think it might have been because like in all of my videos I had like this one like necklace on which has the F slur on it, and I'm just like, well, like maybe they, I could dial it back a little bit.
Just a little bit. My favorite, I love your video that is like you talking, that background or that painting of like what conservatives see as like our version of America. Then it's like,
God, that was all over my Twitter feed, and I literally couldn't like spread it. It's the funniest thing ever. Like, well, so what it actually is it is a like a leftist made cartoon, like criticizing like or like satiring whatever. What conservatives like how they satire like criticize the left. Like the over exaggerated, like the freaking oppression Olympics and the people worshiping Karl Marx. I was like, I want to go to this college. It's lit here.
I want to go there.
Yeah.
They had that stand for hijabs and condoms. Like, come on.
If I do get into my dream school, which is NYU, then like that's kind of like what NYU is. So like I'll take it.
NYU is a weird place, man.
Y'all are too smart. I'm sitting over here with an Ole Miss degree in Mississippi, so
Ole Miss, come on, Ole Miss.
Griffin, you're more iconic, but you're always iconic. But you did this thing where you like remember the guy who made that video saying let's bully the queers, and you're like, let's go, bitch. You're like D1, I'm D1
athlete, period.
And then like, I was like going through his account, and I'm like, wait, how is he friends with James Charles? Like that guy's like friends with James Charles or something.
Wait, what?
Yes. Yeah. James Charles follows him and like comments on his stuff, and they like had like and I was like,
it's probably just a straight guy baiting James Charles. There's so many. Okay, listen, I don't like James Charles. Like, he's fine. Like that, I'm pretty indifferent. He has a somewhat of a problematic past, in regards to racially charged things that he said. However, he just suffers like so much unjust homophobia for no reason. Like it's so weird. Like people and like. I understand, like people of color who don't want to defend him because he's like said harmful things to them in the past. But like, there are like white gays who like not even they're just people who bash him like so unnecessarily. Like my whole thing is like he's messy, like period. Like no one's saying that he's like, morally in the right, but like that doesn't mean he deserves. That doesn't mean you should defend the people being homophobic to him. Like what? You're just defending more bigotry.
What did he do? Didn't he didn't some boy use him for clout recently?
Remember that?
It happens all the time. So do you remember like the whole like Tati Westbrook like James Charles is over thing?
Yeah, that was about a year ago.
Yeah, no, it was all just like she went on there and just exploited the stereotype that gay men like seek out and like prey upon straight men. When the example she gave about like that guy at the dinner table was a waiter who a week later like DM'd him and was like, "Hey, I'm bi. We should talk." The entire thing was like completely out of pocket.
That's how you found the DM though. Like when you have an account of that size, how do you dig through your DMs to find the account? The waiter.
Oh, I'm so sure that James Charles is looking at all of his DMs. If he sees a profile picture, like
that's me. I'm like scrolling through.
Oh no, yeah. I always am like, oh my god, like guys, I have so many DMs. I can't I know my ass is looking at all of them. I'm so social media addicted. Doesn't matter that it's 99 plus requests. I've seen them all.
Every single one.
Okay, maybe not every single one.
I have a problem. I got anxiety from him at one point, and then I got behind. I did look at every single one, but then like I don't know, I was in a bad mental state, and I was like, I got to take a break. I can't keep looking through these.
Yeah, I mean, Twitter is a different story because you can send images on Twitter, so I don't even dabble.
Wait, what is my first video for what, Cooper, in the comments? What video for TikTok or for Instagram or for what?
Yes, new influencer. Make your first video.
Actually, I'm on TikTok for a while. All of you guys are like new and you guys are doing better than I've been on. I started making content like in November, like we're talking like a while ago. And then I kind of like didn't take it seriously. And then I was kind of like in a weird phase where I posted like random shit for a while, but now I'm kind of back on track. So I'm like kind of making stuff what I want to make. YouTube, okay, it's finished. I'm waiting for the right time to post the YouTube video because my issue is like, I don't think it's the right time to post. I don't want to be promoting some video on YouTube when I should be talking about other things. So I feel like it's not the right time.
What's your video? Can you drop any hints on what it's about?
It's like it's like an intro video, like welcome to my first video, this is kind of who I am, like here's the super like straightforward, like I wanted to be concise, so I was like in the editing, I was like with my friend, I was just like cut everything, like keep it short and simple. It was like I don't want to be like rambling.
1 second. So do you know Mia, like, okay, wait, MIE, like UHH on TikTok is live talking about a learning school getting arrested.
Oh shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Gabby's TikTok. If someone knows Gabby's TikTok, please put it in the.
Oh, I know Gabby.
Yeah, that's like, she's like, I don't know how to make a GoFundMe. The whole thing is like, if someone said it was on Hollywood Boulevard.
Are they trying to do a GoFundMe too?
Yeah, that's what they said. That's what she said.
Want to see the video? It is on my account. Go look at the video. Go.
She posted a video of it happening.
Oh,
Someone said the GoFundMe has been made.
Skull is getting. Is literally.
Wait, who's live right now?
Oh, he was actually, I think he was live on, or yeah, okay, wait. So Caleb just texted me, find out where they are, raising funds immediately. I don't know.
Is someone live right now? Are you talking about it? Who's live?
Mia, but it's MIEUHH. It's her account.
Spread the news. I think Gabby is going to start a GoFundMe.
Gabby is starting a GoFundMe apparently.
Word.
Which Gabby is this?
Gabby Katharina probably, or.
Go do the video. Go like it. Go.
You want the video? Go like it and go find it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go duet it. Wait, it's not letting me duet it. Ugh. Am I the only one who's like? First of all, I can't do stitches anymore.
I never got that feature.
Videos.
It's really weird. And I even turned on like the TikTok testers thing, and it's just like it doesn't even let me. Okay, wait. People are like, we're screen recording. Okay, wait. I found the GoFundMe. Let me copy and paste it. Hold on.
I can't do it.
Yeah, I can't do it either. It might be because it's a reply to a comment.
Oh,
I don't know. TikTok software is so okay. I'm gonna say it. I hate TikTok so much. Like, as much as I love like being able to have a platform, like I can't deal with like the crap. Like I can't deal with like getting worried that my account's gonna get deleted. Like what the heck? Okay, wait.
Spencer, they want your YouTube.
A learning scroll bail fund. Okay, I found it.
Same. Instagram's Squiddy. TikTok is okay.
I already started one. Shit. Oh man. Okay, Caleb said he also started one, so there are 2 bail funds.
Where's Caleb?
They should just merge them right now.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah, he said I will use that instead of promoting mine. Okay, I sent you guys the link to the GoFundMe. I don't know if you already had it.
Perfect.
Okay, I'm gonna. Shit. Oh my god, this is so crazy. Okay, I'm gonna download this video so I can post it and put it on Twitter or put it on TikTok and try and like yeah. Okay. Put
Yeah, we
me.
got to start posting about this and get people to go donate.
Caleb
how do
said
you-
put me in contact with Amy. Oh wait. Okay, cool. I'm following this girl. I don't know if she. Wait, hold on. Did you start the GoFundMe?
Yeah, Amy. Garcia. Amy started one. Yeah.
Yeah, I just we're mutuals. I just DM'd her. She has yet to say anything, but I don't know if she.
I just saw them get arrested, and I wanted to start.
Yeah, she started the GoFundMe. Okay.
Where's the link?
I think you
I
sent
think
you
you
sent
guys
it.
the GoFundMe.
This is the whole page. I'll put the link in the comments.
Copy it.
Son of a bitch.
Is the link
This is
for it?
ridiculous.
Jesus fucking Christ.
All right, should we get off so we can make our TikToks and
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
get those posted? Okay.
Okay, wait.
Cool.
Can you send me the downloaded video, Griff? Because like I'm having trouble downloading it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go screen record it. She said no idea. I know they live in LA. Okay. I don't think anyone
Hey.
really knows where they are right now, but
Dude, how does it work? Can they like wire the money to the thing? Because I always thought that you had to have like someone physically at the jail. At least when in
I always
college.
thought so too. I'm really not sure. I think that's why the bailout fund exists because it's like people go.
Okay, so if can you tell Amy that if they need someone to go, like I literally just came up to LA today and I'm here. And I would happily do it, bail them out if they need a person in person.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. So I'm going to end the live stream. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for coming in and joining us. I hope that you got a lot of value out of this and got some of your questions answered. So thank you.
Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.
And I
I didn't do anything. I swear. I'm not.